Good evening, it is Matt Rogers. It is now the 2nd of March 2025. I want to give out a big respect to our Nibiru Planetx community. Many people, photographers working very hard, showing those astronomical colours, beaming through those geoengineering cloud systems. Something is being smudged out, covered up on a daily basis. Please look very carefully at these particular pictures. As I took the telescope out early hours of this morning, showing planetary objects, strange anomaly formations, entities, something is showing up in the solar system. Here we have the solar system charts in 3D. Now, where we see the solar system, we can see our planet Earth, just to the right hand side, Venus, Mars, and other known heavenly bodies. But indeed as well, we are taking notice with the telescope of early hours of the morning to this side of where we can see our world, the Earth, south. Something else is showing, beaming up this red refraction of light to this area, moving up towards where we can see the southern skies. Now I'm going to show you some very important pictures that I picked up of a heavenly body moving through space. That indeed where we can see Earth, this object indeed is showing to be moving upwards. Let me show you the particular pictures, because I was blown away with the phenomena of the photography. It looks like a huge space rock. And again, to identify the characteristics of the object, it seems to be moving towards us. Please take a look at the pictures. This particular picture again was taken early hours of the morning, pointing again towards south. Now, the particular object of interest absolutely blew me away, because folks, in our Nibiru Planetx community, it is becoming even more serious. Think about it, of all what is going on across the world, all governments meeting each other, and also, again, when we see the phenomena of space and seeing space rocks and also asteroids on build-ups of fireballs and information again of activity, of volcanic activity, earthquakes, something is going on, a build-up is happening, a change. This phenomenon of this object that you can see witnessed on the screen again was taken early hours of the morning. You can see the characteristics of the phenomena of where we can see the space debris and space dust like iron oxide building up behind the formation, pointing south, heading up towards the Earth. You can see the smaller object, or this fireball, or a huge planet-sized formation, moving again with the characteristics of the phenomena of the space debris, space dust, moving through towards, heading upwards towards our world as well. They're going to see this through the southern skies. And like I explained in the other video a couple of days ago about the SPT telescope down at the South Pole in Antarctica, they're going to see this too. This is very important because again, because we all have a gut feeling that something is going to happen. What we're seeing is another view site as well, just taken about 20 minutes later, where you can now see the appearance of this space rock. Noticeable as well, we notice again wings, red refraction of light. I mean, how fast is this formation moving through space? Think about it, it's not coming directly towards us, it's heading upwards. This object is heading upwards. And they're going to see this, like I just explained as well, from the southern skies. Very interesting captures. And with talking about this phenomena as well, I spoke to a good friend, Russ Ackerman, in the United States of America, that also has seen this photograph. He is a planetary observer, and he's been doing this for nearly 25 years, working very hard in the community of Planetx and Nibiru. He noticed that this object is genuine. This is some kind of phenomena, folks, where we could be seeing Wormwood star, Nibiru Planetx. Again, the government must know that this intruder is on its way. This formation, this entity, this space rock, whatever you want to call it, It's not turning around, folks. It's heading towards us as a crossing, as a flyby that could indeed cause a pole shift. We can still see the phenomena of this huge space rock. Notice the astronomical glow. Other objects surrounding it like huge asteroids. Now folks, it's always important to be able to capture the video as well, this phenomenon of this object, using the telescope. Now please look very carefully at the formation, because when you see it at a viewpoint, we've noticed other objects and formations as a flyby heading down towards where we can see the sightings from the southern skies. This object is underneath us, folks. I do not know how far, astronomical terms, in units of how far away it is in kilometers, but it's moving towards us, upwards. Let me show you as well by playing this piece of evidence of the phenomena of this object. Again, using the telescope, you're picking up the formations and the incredible true photography of this video showing you a heavenly body that's coming towards us. Because on different pieces of footage that you've seen on different videos, objects are moving away like flybys, like asteroids and comets do, as we see through the night skies in space. But noticeable as well, you can see the space debris behind this huge space rock that is lurking through space, heading upwards towards the Earth. Just another incredible piece of evidence showing you of this intruder, this space rock. So indeed, what we're seeing is the solar charts. But again, on the 2nd of March of 2025 of the solar charts, we notice, again, please observe where we notice our Earth, our world. But indeed as well, this object that I've been showing you on the screen is definitely showing up as well to the southern area where we see, just below the solar system, this view site as a flyby. This is incredible footage that we've been witnessing on the screen, because I was absolutely blown away by the phenomena of this object that looks like it's moving upwards towards us. Let me show you one of the pictures once more. See, again folks, I've been scanning the solar system for a good number of years, and we start to notice and recognize our solar system, all the stars, everything, and be able to pick up the known heavenly bodies in our solar system. But this object is definitely showing below the ecliptic, the southern skies. I mean, again, you can see some kind of phenomenon of a formation, space rocks, to the right hand side. This is incredible of this evidence. Just another piece of evidence as well of a space intruder. I was able to pick up the colours as well using the telescope. So fascinating indeed. Okay, now I picked up some other footage as well, because when we see these formations moving through space, through the star systems, we pick them up as well by looking down from ground zero of seeing the strange phenomena as stars, light white objects like stars through space. But with the telescope we're picking up something very interesting of the same phenomena. But look at how it's tumbling as well, and the colours and the formations, how the telescope picks it up. Two objects, a glowing blue formation, and also strange activity with this other object as well that's lit up, tumbling through space with the space debris. Okay, let me show you something as well. As this object is moving, because you have to really study the solar system to pick up strange entity formations and characteristics of these formations. Can you see some kind of line that's picked up just around about here where we see the blue object, the formation? It sort of shows up this strange apparition, this dark shadow that appears. Let me just show you this. And it moves off. What is going on there, folks? You can see that two of these objects have got these strange lines to either side of the formation. I've never seen anything like this before in space. Two apparitions of strange balls of light, space debris moving away from them. Let me show you again. I'm going to play the clip. Let me just rewind it. Let's play it once more. Look how it tumbles, folks. You see the first apparition in separate colours, with all this multiple space debris coming away from it, and the strange lines appearing. Very interesting footage. Please, folks, again, leave a comment below the video explaining what we're seeing here of the phenomena in space of moving across star systems. Indeed look like asteroids or fireballs, but you can see the colour and the formations again and the characteristics of these strange apparitions and openings. To the centre where we see the strange colours. Objects. Again, you can see the area view sites of space debris or something moving away from this anomaly formation, this entity, both entities, through space. Okay, so during the afternoon as well, I pointed the telescope with a special lens in infrared, pointing directly to the sun. Now I've got to be careful as well, because the sun is so bright, so using protection by specialized glasses and also with the lenses as well to cover up the area view sight so it doesn't harm your eyesight. It's so important, folks. So indeed, again, pointing to the view sight of the sun from the Earth directly with the telescope to our sun, I picked up something very interesting. Indeed, these objects look like chunks of rock moving through space. You can see the red colour as well as the telescope picks up the colours of these formations. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Here is the first photograph. Now this was taken around about 3 PM, pointing directly towards the sun. And incredibly, we're seeing some kind of phenomena of some kind of object in front of the sun, because like I stated as well on different videos, anything that is showing up as a dark apparition in colour or even a dark shadow will show up to be in front of the sun. This object looks about 20 times as big as Mercury in our solar system. You can notice the phenomena of the formation, the characteristics of the strange shape that appears in front of our sun. I mean, what kind of formation are we seeing? Indeed, it looks like a massive asteroid or something that is being spat out of the sun, like some kind of large planet that's broken away in pieces. Again, the image was only taken of the afternoon towards 3 PM. Think about it. And all of us here at Ground Zero, looking into the news media of what's going on across the world with the governments meeting up. But what is really being said behind closed doors? Okay, we're seeing a photograph that was taken around about 1 AM of today, the 2nd of March of 2025. Notice again this strange astronomical object to the further reaches of our solar system. Let me show you the charts. Now the object in question that we use the telescope pointing out to the further reaches of our solar system was beyond Pluto, so the object in direct view sight would have been around about here, just past the vicinity of Pluto in our solar system. Something like a glowing orb or some kind of huge dark planet showing up on the screen. Again, you can see the characteristics of the size of the formation that could indeed be 7 to 8 times larger than Jupiter in our known solar system. It is there, folks. We picked it up using the telescope. You notice as well to the upper left hand side of smaller objects or space debris. Let me just show you as well by moving the photograph to seeing the characteristics of this object of large space bodies and space rocks to the further distance of our solar system. Or could it be a lens flare? I mean, the furthest reaches to our solar system. It couldn't be a lens flare. It has to be something else. Or could it be something again that we're seeing in our solar system that I would, and all of us in our community, would like to know about? The establishment, the governments, the scientific community need to be open with us to identify and talk about the phenomena of these giant astronomical celestial bodies. Things become more unusual as well by pointing the telescope in the same direction to seeing the same phenomena of the object. There was another object, another planet to the further reaches of where we saw the first object. Space dust and space debris. Let me show you the particular picture. Here is that very photograph. Now again, when you're taking captures of space right out past the asteroid belts, things become smudged out. But you can still see the characteristics of a smaller planet to the further distance of where we saw this object. This huge formation that looks indeed celestial, same as this object as well, space debris and space dust. I mean, again, the photograph speaks volumes. But it's out there. There is something showing up in our solar system. We're seeing more strange entity formations and anomalies, strange phenomena, through our solar system. By moving the solar system chart towards this area as well, pointing east, we were able to capture something at around 2 AM, a strange cube-like formation with strange colours around about here, pointing the telescope to this direction. Now folks, again, I do not know how far away the phenomena is of this object, but it was out there in space. Let me show you this. So pointing the telescope, we picked up this cube-shaped formation. It looks indeed metallic. And noticeable as well, when we saw the clip, some kind of object moving away from it. You can see some strange colours and apparitions. What are we seeing? I mean, it looks strange, doesn't it? Like a huge structure in our solar system. What is it doing there, folks? Like all the other pictures we saw on different particular videos. What are those objects doing out towards our solar system? I mean, again, the formation is massive. Some kind of huge structure, as we spoke about as well, of the Anunnaki. Craft, interstellar formations. Are they here now watching us? I've explained this before, where the characteristics of these objects are massive, parked up in our solar system, knowing that this Nibiru Planet X cataclysm is on its way, a catastrophe. They know it's coming. But again, have we been told and also warned about this? But the governments are hiding every single piece of truth. Let me just zoom back as well, because again, this capture is incredible. It is out there in our solar system. Some kind of formation. Again, we saw another strange entity in our solar system. Pointing the telescope. This was taken around about 2:30 AM this morning, folks. Just by the telescope videoing the solar system, the stars, a very clear night, picking up some kind of entity. Let me just show the area. I'm just going to zoom in slowly at the characteristics where we can see, by pointing the telescope to this direction into space, we picked up a strange orb. At first we thought it was a star. It was lit up like a star, folks. Again, it could have been about 25,000 kilometers away from our world, the Earth. Please take a look at this piece of photography. It is something astronomical, something interstellar. Here is the very photograph, pointing in the direction I just explained of the solar system. Something again that's quite far out in astronomical terms. But look at the formation and the strange shape in the appearance. I mean, this telescope is doing its job now for the Nibiru Planetex community, folks. You can see a star to the upper area of the very photograph, the capture. I mean, again, this is never seen ever before by anybody, folks. This is a brand new, just like the other photographs, of some kind of phenomena. Think about it. The establishment, the governments, they must know about this. They must speak out now for the people. Speak out about the phenomena of these huge structures in space. How long have they been out there? Who runs these vehicles, these objects, these interstellar objects? Very special pictures, folks, that need to be seen. Let me just zoom back as well. I mean, you can see that the very picture is absolutely genuine. And again, it just blows you away when you see these incredible captures, folks. To all of you in our community, please take a close look at these pictures and also send in a message below the video on what you think this is. Now, again, I've sent the pictures out to a couple of people this afternoon, and they explain as well that they've seen the same structures before, the same formations and objects. Now, again, going back to the area view site where we see these structures, they're not there anymore, they're moved, they're somewhere else. Now, I know the photograph is quite smudged out because I've zoomed in. I don't want to go any further as well because it will start to smudge out the characteristics of the phenomena of the formation. But like I stated as well, that when we saw the light refraction in the center, indeed, to the public that walk around towards ground zero on Mother Earth, they will notice that this just could be a star. But then looking very closely at the characteristics, it doesn't look like a star. It looks metallic, showing up in space. Just very, very important, interesting footage where we can see also of the characteristics of other space anomaly formations. This very next picture that was taken around about 3 AM, pointing east by using the telescope on Earth to the direction where we can see the sightings of Saturn. Now again, folks, this particular picture brings me back to the astronomer John Leonard Wolfson that picked up objects moving through space billions of kilometers away, like huge starships, interstellar starships. We've all seen the videos, and the phenomenal captures are outstanding. Now I want you to look very closely at this next picture that was pointing where we saw, again, the view site using the telescope to this direction. We noticed, again, the other known heavenly bodies. We can see them very clearly. But indeed as well, to this area view site, something was caught. Let me just show you this picture, please. Here is the very capture that we saw as well. It looks metallic, folks, and it's parked up in our solar system, parked up to the further reaches, where we noted as well and spotted Venus and other known celestial bodies, stars, formations, asteroids. But something else looked incredible. Now, at first we thought it was an asteroid, but it was metallic, it was shining through space. Let me just zoom into the capture. You can see again very closely stars and formations, but this showed up this interesting piece of phenomena. Very, very interesting. I mean, look at the lines. I mean, what kind of phenomena are we seeing on the screen? Let me just zoom in some more as well. I don't want to blur it out, folks, the picture. Let me just zoom back for you as well. I mean, this was taken just early hours of the morning. You can see there is something very, very interesting in our star system. You can see the astronomical light glow as well to the left-hand side in front of the object. Just another piece of evidence of something phenomenal that is out there in space, something that nobody's speaking about in the scientific community. Just another piece of evidence, and thank you for watching this video, folks, because we're seeing some very strange sightings. Okay, so I'm off out again for about 3 to 4 hours, pointing in these directions this time, towards where we can see this part of the solar system, this direction, to see if I can pick up other strange phenomena of objects and formations. Again, folks, these objects are out there, and it needs to be said, it needs to be seen, because our Planetx Nibiru community have the right to know, folks. Everybody that comes to the channel, subscribes, needs to see these objects and formations that have been sighted through our solar system. I'm going to come back to you as well tomorrow evening with the new captures to see the sightings of strange entities, phenomena, formations. Thank you for watching. Big respect to everybody in our community. I'm going to come back to you again. All of you again have a fantastic week ahead. From Matt Rogers.